Hi, Scorpio and Scorpio Rising. Here is your horoscope for March 2025. I'm Astrologer Joseph Anthony. All right, get ready for a huge month. And this is because it's eclipse season once again. But there's a lot more going on besides the eclipses. For instance, we have Venus going retrograde here in Aries. We have Mercury going retrograde as well. And then we have Neptune also finally leaving Pisces for the first time in like 100 years and going into the sign of Aries. So there's a lot of momentum this month that's going to shift things. Eclipse season is a big deal in astrology. It usually happens, 4 times a year, sometimes 5 and 6 if they're partial eclipses. But this month is really a big month for eclipses. One of them is going to be in Virgo, which is going to affect your 11th house right here. And the second one is going to be here in your 6th house of daily routine, health matters, and occupation, your job and stuff like that. So I'm going to cover all that. As we start off the month, though, there's quite a few planets in Pisces, which is another water sign like yours. So you should start feeling a little bit better or easier or more in tune with your own well-being, because Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer, and Mars, your co-ruler, happens to be in Cancer, moving direct now. So the momentum starts to increase. But having all these planets in Pisces here, as you can see here, we have a nice little conjunction going on between Mercury, the transiting moon, the North Node, and Neptune. Everything is pointing in this direction of the 5th house, which means something new, something important is coming into being here, either involving a child or a love of your life or a project, a creative project, or maybe just a strong desire to move this month, near water or around water, because all of this here, all this symbolism is about water. Pisces is a strong water sign, and so is Cancer, and so is Scorpio. So we are seeing a lot of emotion, a lot of feeling here, as we begin the month. So if you're a Scorpio rising, or if you have a sun sign Scorpio, this is a general overview of what I see here. Your birth chart's going to be completely different with the alignments, and your birthday is going to be different. So this is why I have to be as general as possible here. But you'll get the gist of it. It'll still be accurate. It'll still sort of give you an idea of what's going on for the month. So let's dive in, and I'll show you what the month brings. So we start off the month on the very first day. Venus begins the retrograde mode here in Aries, right there. It's a stationary position, 10 degrees of Aries, and it's in the 6th house of health and service and your daily routine. This is the side that has to do with your work environment, your coworkers. All of that stuff falls under this umbrella. Now, Venus going retrograde is usually about going back in time. So there's a good chance in the next 6 weeks. And by the way, this retrograde will be all the way until April the 12th. And so we revisit the past. We visit with friends for the past. Old relationships resurface. Things pertaining to work resurface. Anything to do with money matters or investments also resurface, because Venus rules that or is influenced by all of those themes. And the 6th house is the perfection house. And so you're trying to perfect something, or maybe your health is not doing too great, or someone else's health in your life, could be even a pet. 6th house also rules pets. And so the theme here is going to be a little tricky, because not only is Venus going retrograde, but in the middle of the month, Mercury goes retrograde. So we got these two really kind of slowing us down a bit and, waiting and going to the past like it's normal. And so this is going to be a little irritant because it's the 6th house of perfection. And so you need to pay attention to, how you interact with others, pay closer attention to your health. Not that anything's going to go wrong, but you might feel more irritated and maybe not as motivated because of these retrogrades in the 6th house. So keep an eye on that, and it all starts with this Venus retrograde. Now, Mercury enters Aries for a period of time here. Right there, Mercury entering Aries is very quick-witted, very sharp, and this adds another level of analyzing and wanting to go. The nervous energy starts to go up. You might even have a little temper at this moment, at least for the next, let's say, 11 days. No, yeah, about 11 days or so before it goes retrograde. So use this to your advantage to do what you need to do, especially regarding your health and well-being and your daily routine. Your mind will be extremely quick, and you'll be thinking about everything and just speaking at a moment's notice. So this is going to be a big alignment as well. And we also have the first of 2 eclipses this month, and this one's on the 14th, and this one's a total lunar eclipse in the sign of Virgo. It'll be right here at 23 degrees of Virgo, so wherever that is in your actual birth chart, you want to take a look at that. And so it'll be opposing all these planets, including the North Node in Pisces, which means there's a push and pull going on here between your current situation, either with a child or a project or your love life, versus where it's going, the future and the groups and organizations. For instance, maybe you're planning a wedding, or a child is having a wedding, and you're planning in this event. And there's this tug of war between what to do and how to do it. Do we do it here in this organization, in this group, and in this place, or do we do it here? So there's this push and pull going on here. Now, Virgo is about perfection. And in the sign of Virgo here, this is nitpicky and analytical and worrisome and, trying to figure every little detail out. And this also is the house associated with technology as well. So you might find yourself maybe having some issues with technological issues, computers, cell phones, car issues. All of that stuff falls under this umbrella when we have a lunar eclipse in the 11th. Now, lunar eclipses usually bring things to light, and they usually represent endings as well. So over the course of the next 6 months or so, you'll find yourself pushing away from friends, associates, acquaintances, organizations that no longer suit you. So you'll see that door close behind you as well. So that's one that's going to be very important this month. Now, we continue. Mercury goes retrograde the following day on the 15th, right there. Now we have Venus and Mercury, both retrograde, very closely conjunct with each other in this 6th house. So this could be anything from a health matter, or what to do about work, responsibilities, maybe someone else is ill. Maybe there is too much conflict at work that you're dealing with. Something from the past is absolutely resurfacing here in this area with both Venus and Mercury. So watch for confusion. Watch for misunderstandings now because of Mercury being retrograde. And so this is going to be a little challenging, to say the least. It's going to affect everyone. It just depends on where it falls in their chart. But this could be anything to do with your health as well, like not feeling motivated to go do anything or exercise, or maybe you kind of fall off the wagon with your eating habits, whatever it is. And going down memory lane is absolutely part of this equation here, with these two going retrograde in this 6th house. So again, it depends on your birth chart, your actual birth chart. Now, the sun enters Aries on the 20th and 21st, amping up the energy even more in the 6th house, because the sun in Aries is pioneering, it is motivated, it is impulsive, it is driven. And at this point, this is like throwing a little fuel into the fire. And so we have 2 retrograde planets, and we have a 3-way conjunction going on here. And then right smack dab in the middle is this sun in Aries, like asserting itself, wanting, some accomplishment in battle and confrontation, and saying, I'm going to break through this. I'm going to get through all this. So watch discussions with others, because this could be a very explosive, volatile time in your personal life, where things just come out of nowhere. And so this is the kind of energy, but this is a great alignment for motivation when it comes to, let's say, exercise or getting things done, or, saying I need to do this, this, and this, and then sticking to it. And so, but notice the sun will continue to transit and conjunct Venus, and also conjunct Mercury at the same time within the first week. So there's a lot of motivation here, but there could also be a lot of confusion. So be very careful how you tread with this area. Now, on the 27th, things start to go backwards. as Venus retrogrades back into Pisces right there, as you can see, and runs right into Neptune. So we're looking at a very confusing time right now, either with a child or your love life or a project that you have that is either standing still, or there's a lot of confusion, or there's trouble with funding or financial matters, or something to do with not sure what to do, where to go with this project or this endeavor or this person. That's what I'm seeing here, because this is a very strong conjunction going on here. So something is emphasizing this fifth house. Now, it could also be something wonderful, like somebody getting married, somebody having a child. This is the house that rules all of that. Project really looks really good, and is this too good to be true, kind of, because of Venus conjuncting Neptune. So we have to be very mindful of this, okay? So just take everything lightly and see where it takes you. The second eclipse this month is going to be this new moon solar eclipse in Aries on the 29th right here. It's going to be at 9 degrees, lighting up that sixth house once again. So your daily routine is getting a boost. Your health is getting a boost. Your responsibilities are getting a boost. This is going to be very big in the next 6 months to a year. So maybe you're changing your eating habits. Maybe, you're taking care of somebody else. There's so much that it could be under this sixth house. But this opens up a major doorway for responsibility, for reinventing yourself, for starting something new, okay, in this sixth house. And I think that's wonderful to take advantage of opportunities. Now, I would suggest, if you can help it, to start in the middle of April because of Mercury and Venus retrograde. So whatever it is, you want these planets to go direct. It's just more helpful. And so this new moon is lighting up opportunity after opportunity in this first house. Maybe you want to become self-employed, and you're finally getting the will, the drive to do it. And so this is the house that's going to light that up. Now, Mercury also retrogrades into Pisces on the 29th. As you can see here, this three-way conjunction. This could be very confusing, uncertain. You're not sure what actually is true anymore. And so you could see here that something big is brewing here. They're all very closely conjunct each other from 24 to 29. Everything is pointing in this direction. And so, just be patient, ride it out. Wait until these planets move direct to make a life-changing decision if you could help it. Okay, that's my suggestion here, because you see all these retrogrades, that's not that great. This means the energy is wonky and weird, and it's just not moving the way it should. And so we need to pay attention to that. And so the last alignment we have is on March the 30th, when Neptune finally leaves Pisces for a while and enters that sixth house once again. So this is going to be vitally important, as you may become more spiritual in a sense. You may change your eating habits. You might become more perfection-oriented at this time. But whatever it is, you're reinventing yourself. So between the eclipse, the day before, and Neptune entering Aries in the sixth house, your whole persona of how you eat, how you take care of yourself, your daily routine is going to completely start to change over the next couple of months. Okay, so Neptune will stay here for a while. It'll go retrograde in the fall, back into Pisces for about 4 or 5 months, then move direct again. And in 2026, it stays in this sixth house for about 14 to 15 years. So it's going to be monumental for many of you. That's going to revolutionize this area of your chart. Okay, so anyway, there you have a brief overview. If you want to know some more, I do an extended version of this horoscope in my Inner Circle community, as you can see here from this image. I also do weekly astrology there. I teach astrology there. And every Sunday we get on the Zoom calls. And members get to ask me questions. They'll send me a chart. And if they want me to take a look at it, I'll answer a few questions on it. And we do a lot of interacting there on Sunday. So every Sunday, Zoom call time. And we also, I'm teaching them about remote viewing as well. So consider joining. As you can see here, it's a free 7-day trial. So you've got nothing to lose. And there's a lot of great posts in there and a lot of wise people that understand what's really going on. So anyway, I left a link down below. Have a great month, Scorpio and Scorpio rising, and I will talk to you folks soon. Bye for now.